there's been talk of up to 10 teams interested in Deshaun Watson. I can't identify 10. The ones that I've come up with are Panthers, Eagles, Seahawks. Not that they are, but these are the ones that would be, should be, could be. Eagles, Panthers, Seahawks. Vikings, if they could unload Kirk Cousins onto the Colts, because if you're going to get rid of Cousins, you've got to have an upgrade. And by the way, Cousins and Watson both have identical salaries of $35 million fully guaranteed this year. The Cardinals, if you want to do a straight-up Kyler Murray for Deshaun Watson, it solves your problem in Arizona of the franchise quarterback who wants big money if the Texans are willing to pay big money to Kyler Murray, and if he's willing to play for a team that isn't nearly as competitive as the Cardinals currently are. That's 5. The Buccaneers is 6. Those are the ones that I've identified. The Steelers, all caps, are not interested, and I still believe that report from the Post-Gazette came from somebody as high in the Steelers organization as you can get. Beyond that, I mean, the Colts, would they be? Would the Texans trade him to the Colts? Hell no. So I think 6 is the universe, which means he'll be traded to one of the other teams, which means it's going to be Derek Carr for Deshaun Watson. And somebody asked me that question. Would the Texans trade for Derek Carr? They wouldn't draft Derek Carr in 2014 because of David Carr, because it didn't go well with David Carr, which is a stupid reason kind of to not draft a guy because he's a completely different human being. Just happened to share a womb. Well, not share it, but have a womb in common at some point. They're not twins, but they came from the same womb. That's the only thing that ties them together. But I don't know. Would the Texans do that, Derek Carr, for Deshaun Watson? Depends on what Josh McDaniels wants to do. But think about that. Just the mere possibility of swapping out Carr for Watson. AFC West, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, Justin Herbert, Deshaun Watson. Holy crap, if that would happen.
Yeah, that would be a really interesting one. I mean, I just if I were a betting man, and I'm really not, I would tend to put my chips in the circle with the Seattle Seahawks for Deshaun Watson. And I guess, if we're going to talk about him and being traded, we always have to remember that he has a no trade clause. And so he gets to pick his destination effectively. And because he is so young, I mean, we're talking about a quarterback that's 27. He's still in his, actually he's going to be 27, I think, in September. So he's still, really in his early part of his career. We're talking about somebody that if you're trading for him, you might be getting him for a decade or more, based on the way quarterbacks can perform now. So it's not just that, including the fact that he could be suspended too, right? That's still something that is a possibility under the NFL's personal conduct policy. So you take that away, and it's like, well, you're not just trading for this guy for the 2022 season. It's 2022 and beyond, and potentially having a franchise quarterback for so many years. Based on all of that, it's kind of like, well, I understand why so many teams would be interested in picking up a quarterback who is of his caliber. And we know that he already is an elite thrower of the football.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.